It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Kings out in Sacramento. And guys, for the Kings, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And there were rumblings about DeMarcus Cousins getting traded or wanting out last season. Ownership said they wouldn't trade him for anyone and put those rumors to rest.
Listen, it would be impossible to get equal value for the Cousins trade. He's not going anywhere. He's already a top center in the league and still very young. He just has to learn to get along with upper brass to win a championship.
And you've heard it from upper brass. So the center is the hardest position to fill. So at 25, would you trade a guy like Cousins? I don't think so, unless you're getting like a top 5 player in the league that could change your franchise. I think he's there for a while.
With the game just about ready to start, let's go to Kevin Harlan. Kev?
It's a road game for the Knicks, and they're facing an interconference foe today. We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. After this game, the Kings head back out on the road. It has not been a dramatic change this season to the performance last year in terms of the record, guys. Every game, though, a chance to get better as a team.
And checking out Sacramento, so far it looks like the adjustments they made in the offseason aren't going to produce the desired effect.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think the plan they have in place is going to get it done. This season could be another long, slow journey through the NBA cellar.
So the New York starting 5, Freak in at point guard, Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony, and it's Aflalo in at the shooting guard position. No good from Caspi. Freak kicks to Aflalo. Lopez dishes to Freak. Offline with his 3. Sacramento with the ball. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
Here's Freak following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Freak passes to Porzingis, takes a shot at the elbow. 4 on the clock, and it's Lopez laying it in. Lopez has got his first points of the game.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Rondo dishes to Cousins. Bellinelli up top. He's guarded by Aflalo. Here's Gay, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Lopez a screen. The shot by Anthony. Nobody around. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
The shot by Rondo is no good.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. I'm sure he appreciated it.
Kings have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off? and still get the finish.
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. The Knicks shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
The Kings trail by 3. They set the pick. He feeds it to Cousins. 5 on the clock. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Rondo. And it's Freak missing. The Kings have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. Earlier I spoke with George Karl. He said a big part of this game will depend on how well they can slow down Carmelo Anthony. He added with his size and shooting ability, he can score inside and out. We're going to try a couple different coverages and show him different looks over the course of the game to try to keep him off balance. And guys, I guess we'll see how it works. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control a team's transition.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Kings. Here's Bellinelli. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Knicks?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Now here's Freak. He had 20.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. And it's the Kings with the ball. Following the score by New York. Game. Sacramento again missing.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Lopez, a screen on Rondo. Freak kicks to Lopez. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Lopez has got 7.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Let's quickly bring up the 2K leaderboard for a look at the top free throw shooters among.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the D from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
Yeah, because of their shooting ability, they get a little more space than the average point guard. Maybe they'll miss a shot from the floor, but if you send them to the line, those points are almost guaranteed. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Now here's Cauley Stein, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
McLemore's checked in for Bellinelli. Williams, he's checked in for New York. Roberson comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Freak missing.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Gay drives in. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
So for New York, their last game, a win against the Wizards in Washington.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
And Freak throws it down hard.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Here's Gay, following the score by New York. Good D by Stevenson.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Freak with it. He's got 6. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Shot clock at 6. And here's Freak. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And it's a 12-point Knicks lead.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
And that one's good by Gay.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Sanders with a screen on Rondo. And Sanders with the basket on the assist by Freak. Freak's got 6 assists here tonight.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
I want you to focus on getting to the rim. Let's look to attack quickly. We need high percentage shots. Move the ball around and make the defense rotate.
The Knicks making a switch here. Galloway's checked in. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. The Kings trail by 11. McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Caspi is out there with DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Bellinelli in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. No good from Gay. The Knicks shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Kicks it to Anthony. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Freak. Bellinelli pulls it in. For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Out to the wing. Here's Cousins, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The Kings shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
DeMarcus Cousins.
The free throw drops for Cousins. Both free throws good from Cousins. The Knicks leading by 9. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Wizards really lit it up on the floor. He finished with 28 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have have the whole league talking.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
And Cousins kicks to McLemore. Back to Cousins. And a foul on the shot. They'll go to the stripe for 2. Sacramento shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
DeMarcus Cousins at the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Cousins.
How about the night Cousins is having? He has 8 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless. And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Here is Caspi. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Pass to Cousins. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Cousins has got 6 in the quarter.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Porzingis. 6 points for him. Shot clock at 5. Here's Freak. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Freak's got 11 points.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Here's Bellinelli. He's guarded by Afflalo. And McLemore kicks to Cousins. Bellinelli passes to Cousins. With the shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And a moment here to check out some of the stats for Freak. Right around 25 points per, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Kings. Well, most coaches will tell you, you need scoring in the paint to be successful. Here are some big men around the league that have been providing plenty of that over the last month.
For any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Yet, no matter how much attention they're getting, they're still going to get their points. I mean, opponents just have to keep fresh legs out there and try to limit the damage and make them work for whatever points they do get.
But 3 sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got 9.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
There's the screen. Here's McLemore. A 24-point outing in their last game against Houston. Here's Bellinelli. He's guarded by Afflalo. Cousins, no one around him. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Freak dishes to Anthony. Now Freak, 11 points in the game. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Oh, we've got a moment here. Let's look at the last month and the Knicks and how they ranked in the NBA. First in field goal percentage. First in fewest turnovers per game. And they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And it's 13 points for Freak. The Kings trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Cousins with a screen for McLemore. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Passes it to Anthony. Dishes to Freak. Wide open. Sacramento grabs the miss.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Cauley Stein kicks to McLemore. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Porzingis, finished off the break. And now a 12-point Knicks lead.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
So both teams making some changes here. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Rondo passes to Cauley Stein. That's tipped. And now running up the court, Stevenson pushing it up, and Freak throws it down.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Rondo kicks to Gay. Six on the shot clock. Releases. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Now here's Freak. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Kicks it out to Stevenson. Some nice passing by New York here. Back to Anthony. Screen by Sanders. Now here's Freak. 15 points in the game. Second chance shot. The shot is off. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
An interconference matchup. They faced these guys twice this season, and last year they took both games.
Two teams in the bottom of the East and West, as you said. These regular season victories count for more. Both hungry for a win tonight.
Now here's Freak, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Stevenson against Gay. Rondo dishes to Gay. Shot to stop the drought. He lays it in. Gay's got 6.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Now here's Freak. To the middle. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
For New York, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
At the line for 2.
That's good from Sanders. Sacramento making some changes. Kufis checked in for Cauley Stein, and it's Caspian for Rudy Gay. And then for New York, Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Anthony. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Freak. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Knicks as they end the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo, what has been the focus for this team during the first half of play?
Well, we're doing it on both ends of the court. We're bumping down on the defensive end. We're sharing the ball offensively, making good plays, cherishing every possession counts, and we're doing that the first half.
Nice to see it come together on both sides of the ball, Melo. Thanks for the time. Gentlemen?
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at point guard. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Robin Lopez, and it's Aflalo in at the two-guard spot.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now here's Rondo. He kicks it to Bellinelli. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Rondo, no good.
There are going to be times, I think, when it's okay to take a shot like that, but not on that possession.
Well, when would the times be, partner? Well, I'll get back to you later. The only excuse for a shot like that is if you're trying to beat the buzzer. That's the only time you can justify it.
Now, Freak. Rondo missing on the three. That's good. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now here's Rondo. He has 6. And he gets it to go. 8 points for Rudy Gay. Here's Freak. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. The pass to Porzingis, off the screen, and again it's New York.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
The Kings trail by 17. Rondo kicks to Gay, screened by Cousins. Here's Bellinelli. He's guarded by Aflalo. Caspi passes to Cousins. Clock at 6. Knicks with the rebound. Freak's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Anthony, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Gay. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce. And a moment here to see the numbers for Carmelo Anthony. 13th in field goal percentage. And his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And, you know, you mentioned it, one of the more efficient scorers in the game. He challenges defenders with his bravado and his swagger. And more often than not, he prevails.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Cauley Stein comes in for Caspi, and it's Ben McLemore in for Bellinelli. Gay sets the pick for Rondo. It's Gay on the way. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Freak's got 6 rebounds here tonight. He dishes it to Carmelo. Rebound by the Kings. It's deflected. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Gay kicks to McLemore. To the paint. Outside for Rondo. Screen by Cousins. To the inside. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Freak with it. He's got 17. Great touch on the 16-footer. Freak's got 19 points.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
Now here's McLemore. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Rondo with the nice dish.
The Knicks leading by 16. And here's Freak, and stolen by Cousins. Gay dishes to Cousins. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his third rebound tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
And the Kings making a change here. Koufos is checked in. The Knicks also changing it up. Sanders checked in for Porzingis. Lance Stevenson comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. Outside Rondo. Pass to McLemore. Three-pointer. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Freak. He's got 19. Lopez a screen. Down low. Gay with the block. Now Rondo. To the paint. Lopez with the steal. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And stolen by Gay. Outside Rondo. They set the pick. The dish to McLemore. 5 on the clock. Rondo kicks to Koufos. And the rejection by Sanders. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Gay. Lopez, a screen on Gay. Poked away and stolen by Cauley Stein. Goes up and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
Now here's Freak. Off the pick. Can't get it to go.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Feeds it to Gay. Shot clock at 5. And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give first.
Here's McLemore. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Sacramento, Bellinelli is out there with Ben McLemore. Then there's Myers Leonard. Then there's Caspi, and it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. Sanders with the steal. And now, in transition, it's Aflalo. Here we go. And he gets it to go. 8 points for Carmelo Anthony. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Freak by himself, and he dunks it down.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
And he had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
The Kings trail by 21. McLemore with the ball. Now guarded by Aflalo. There's the feed to Bellinelli. Looking to end the run. That one goes. Count it.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
And it's Freak missing. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Bellinelli up top. It's intercepted. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
Leonard sets a screen for McLemore. He feeds it to Bellinelli. Kept alive by Sacramento. Screen by Cousins. Got a piece of it.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Aflalo. 10 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Boy, they've got them on their heels the way they've been running the ball up and down, right down their throat.
Yeah, some explosive plays we're seeing now in transition have really keyed this run.
Kept alive. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big foul.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. Rondo comes in for McLemore. And New York with a change here, too. Robin Lopez is checked in for Larry Sanders. New York leading by 20. Now here's Freak. Anthony in the corner. There's the pick. Kicks to Aflalo. 6 to shoot. Lopez up top. Pass to Aflalo. Here's Freak. No good off the front iron.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And Cousins kicks to Rondo. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Sacramento with the ball. Again, Rondo missing. Freak with it.
Move the ball.
Lopez a screen to the inside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Talk about a terrific game for Lopez. 10 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Rudy Gay's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Both free throws good from Lopez. And here's Rondo. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence. We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
And free throw good from Gay. The Knicks leading by 19. Here's Freak. Lots of room. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Freak's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Cauley Stein passes to Bellinelli. Rudy Gay on the wing. Takes the turnaround J. Caspi gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. The Knicks have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. There's the pick. Here's Freak, and it is flushed down with a nice jam. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
Here's Gay, and it's blocked.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Sacramento calls timeout.
Start it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your King's Dance Team.
Group in for the Knicks. Derek Williams, he checked in for Porzingis. Lance Stevenson comes in for Anthony. Roberson, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Freak. Sacramento's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Passes to Caspi, and he banks in the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Lopez a screen, and Cauley Stein over to help. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Freak. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Here's Caspi, and it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And the rejection by Leonard. And Caspi kicks to Cousins. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Porzingis. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
No good on the free throw. And some changes here for the Kings. Rudy Gay's checked in for Leonard. Bellinelli comes in for Kufis. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Cauley Stein. He hits the second from the line.
They didn't shoot it well from the line in the first half. But they've turned it around here, and it's helped them secure the lead. I mean, free throw shooting is important when you're trying to pad a lead.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
New York leading by 20. Now, Freak. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. And there's the pass to Porzingis. He got right to the cup using that screen. Porzingis has got 9 points here in the second half. The Kings have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Knicks.
And they could do no wrong today. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team. Kenny, what did you like about his game?
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith.
DJ